Once upon a time, there was a small mouse named Milo who lived in a quiet village. Milo was not strong, but he was very clever. One day, while searching for food, Milo found a big piece of cheese inside a farmer's house. However, there was a trap placed right next to it. Milo stopped and thought carefully. "If I go straight to the cheese, I might get caught," he said to himself. So Milo came up with a plan. He found a long stick and used it to push the cheese away from the trap. Milo happily carried the cheese back to his home. From that day on, he always remembered to think before acting.
Once upon a time, in a quiet little house, there lived a cat. Pause. Not just any cat. This cat believed he was the owner of everything. His name was Leo. Leo didn't act like a normal cat. He walked slowly, like a king. He sat anywhere he wanted. He stared at humans like they were his employees. Owner, Leo, get down from the table. Leo stares. Owner, okay, stay there. Leo had rules. The bed equals his. The sofa equals his. The food equals definitely his. One day, the owner bought expensive cat food. Leo sniffed it, looked at the owner, then walked away. Owner, why don't you eat it? Leo, I don't eat cheap luxury. Tears of Joy Part 2. Daily Chaos, 30 to 40 minutes. Every day with Leo was chaos. Morning. Owner wakes up peacefully. Leo jumps on face. Wake up. Feed me. Afternoon. Owner working. Leo sits on keyboard. Types random things. Email sent. ASDKJH ASDKJH ASD help me. Owner. Leo. Leo, you're welcome. Night. Owner tries to sleep. Leo, Zoom mode activated. Running everywhere. Knocking things over. 3 a.m. Crash. Owner, what was that? Leo, night exercise. Clown Face Part 3. The Great Food Drama. 30 minutes. One day, Leo was hungry. Very hungry. Owner gives food. Leo sniffs. Walks away. 5 minutes later, Leo comes back. Where is my food? Owner, you didn't eat it. Leo, that was past me. Owner changes food. Leo still refuses. Finally, owner eats something. Leo immediately interested. Owner, no, this is mine. Leo, everything is mine. Brain Part 4. The SMART cat plan. 40 minutes. Leo decides to become smarter. He already thinks he is. Step 1. Observe humans. Owner opens fridge. Leo watches carefully. Step 2. Try to copy. Leo jumps to fridge. Fails. Falls. Step 3. Try again. Fails again. Leo sits down. I will supervise instead. Rye Cat Face Part 5. The attitude problem. 30 to 40 minutes. Leo develops more attitude. Owner calls. Leo, come here. Leo, no reaction. Owner shakes food. Leo teleports. Owner, oh, so now you listen? Leo, I listen when it's important. Sleeping Part 6. The Lazy Legend. 30 minutes. Leo sleeps. Everywhere. On laptop. On clothes. On important documents. Owner, I need that paper. Leo, sleeping. Deep sleeping. Legendary sleeping. Owner slowly pulls paper. Leo grabs it. Still asleep. Flushed Part 7. The Big Problem. 30 to 40 minutes. One day. Leo accidentally gets stuck outside. He looks around. No food. No bed. No service. Reality hits. A dog appears. Leo freezes. Dog, hello. Leo, I regret everything. Collision Part 8. The character change. 30 minutes. Leo tries to survive outside. Fails. Can't hunt. Can't fight. Can't even walk far. Leo realizes, maybe I'm not the boss. He slowly returns home. Trophy Final Part. The funniest twist. 20 to 30 minutes. Owner opens the door. Leo walks in slowly. Serious face. Owner, Leo, you're back. Leo walks inside, looks around, jumps on the sofa, and immediately acts like boss again. Owner, you learned nothing? Leo, I learned something. What? This is definitely my house. Cat Face Tears of Joy Party Popper outro, slow plus funny ending, and so. Leo continued his life, sleeping, eating, and controlling everything. Because in his mind, he was never the pet. He was the boss.
The Great Migration of Eldoria. The sun hung all over the whispering woods, casting long, golden shadows that seemed to dance between the ancient oaks. For generations, this forest had been a sanctuary for every creature. From the smallest harvest mouse to the majestic silver-antlered stag, but this year the whisper was different. It wasn't the usual rustle of leaves, it was a warning. Kyle, a young fox with the fur the color of autumn embers, stood at the edge of the great creek. He noticed the water was receding, revealing cracked stone that hadn't seen the light of a day for centuries. The Sky River is drying, Kyle, a low, gravelly voice echoed behind him. It was Barnaby, the old tortoise whose sail carried the most of 9 decades. What does it mean, Barnaby? Kyle asked, his tail twitching with anxiety. It means the great drought has arrived. Barnaby sighed. The legends say that when the creek dies, the animal must find the valley of eternal springs, but the journey is long, crossing the razor peaks and the shifting sands. Word spread like wildfire. By nightfall, the clearing beneath the silver oak was packed. Elara, the snowy owl and matriarch of the forest, perched on his highest branch. "We cannot stay," Elara declared, her voice echoing with authority. "If we stay, the forest becomes a graveyard. We must march north." A murmur of fear rose from the crowd. The north was a myth, a place of shadows and unknown dangers. "Who will lead us?" barked Jax, a scared wolf who had little patience for talk. "We lead together." Kyle stepped forward, surprising even himself. The fast must wait for the slow. The strong must carry the weak. If we don't move as one, we won't move at all. The first week of migration was grueling. The lush green of the woods was replaced by the cold, unforgiving gray of the razor peaks. The air grew thin and the paths were narrow. Toby, a young squirrel, slipped on a loose pebble near a steep cliff. Before he could fall, Jack the Wolf caught him by the scruff of his neck, swinging him back to safety. "Watch your paws, little one," Jack grunted. To his were softer than usual. That night huddled together for warmth against the mountain chill, the animals shared story. The lion told of the sun-drenched savannas, and the rabbit spoke of hidden clover fields. In the face of that, the natural hierarchy of predator and prey began to show, replaced by a disparate, beautiful kinship. The guardian of the hidden valley. Deep within the heart of ancient whispering woods there lay a valley so secluded that the sun seemed to linger there longer than anywhere else in this world. This was the Hidden Valley, a sanctuary where animals of all kinds lived under the great trees. In this valley the lion did not hunt the deer, and the hawk did not strike the rabbit. At the center of this piece was Silas, an elderly silver-backed gorilla with eyes that held the wisdom of 1,000 moons. Silas was the guardian. He didn't rule with strength, though his arm wore as thick as three tongues. He ruled with a gentle heart and a sharp mind. The warning One humid afternoon a young macaque named Kiko came swinging through the canopy. His searching breaking the afternoon silence. He dropped into a mossy rock in front of Silas, panting heavily. "Silas, the great river is shrinking," Kiko cried. "The stones at the crossing are dry, and the fish are trapped in a shallow pools. If the water vanishes, the thrush will break. The predators are already looking hungry, and the thirst is making everyone restless." Silas stood up slowly, his joints cracking like old floorboards. He knew that without water, fear would take over, and fear was the enemy of peace. Luna, a swift and a courageous snow leopard who knew the high mountain passes. Bram, a sturdy mountain goat who could climb any vertical face. Kiko, whose small size allowed him to scoot through the densest finest. They traveled for 3 days, leaving the last valley behind and ascending into the jagged grey peaks. As they climbed higher, the air grew thin and cold. They eventually reached the Great Gorge, a narrow gorge which the river usually roared down toward the valley. Now it was a mere trickle. The obstacle at the top of the gorge, they discovered the problem. A massive rock slide triggered by a recent earthquake had choked the river's bed. Huge boulders were wedged together, creating an accidental dam that held back a massive swelling lake on the other side. "We have to move the keystone," Bram observed, pointing to a jagged black rock wedge at the very bottom. "If that one moves, the rest will crumble, but it's too deep under the peel. If we pull it wrong, the whole mountain will fall on us." Silas looked at his companions. "Luna, you must use your agility to find the gaps between the rocks. Kiko, you will go inside the crevice to clear the smaller debris. Bram, you will use your horn to wedge the secondary stone." "And you, Silas?" Luna asked. "I will provide the weight," Silas replied. For hours, the animals worked in perfect harmony. Kiko threw the pebbles and branch. Luna guided Bram to the exact spot where the pressure was highest. Finally, the keystone was exposed. Silas wrapped his powerful arm around the freezing cold rock. He roared, a sound of pure determination that echoed across the peaks. He pulled with every ounce of strength he possessed. Muscle bunched under his silver fur, and his feet dug deep into the gravel. With a thunderous crack, the stone gave way. "Run!" Sila commanded. The animals scrambled up the canyon wall just as the dam burst. A wall crystal blue water surged forward, reclaiming its ancient path. The roar of the river returning was the most beautiful music they ever heard. They returned to the hidden valley as heroes. The pools were full, the fish were free, and the great trees remained unbroken. Silas returned to his mossy rock, tired but content. He knew that as long as they remembered how to work together, the valley would always be a sanctuary. Peace had returned, not because of strength of one, but because of courage of many. If you want to hear the story like this, follow me and subscribe us. Don't forget to ring the bell. Thank you so much. Bye bye.